Manchester United beat Arsenal at the Emirates. It's a shock result for many. Some did predict a Manchester United win. I personally didn't see it coming, but I always believed there was a chance. I always thought there was a chance. I didn't know if it would happen. I didn't see it coming, but United delivered today. I'm elated. I'm happy. I'm over the moon. And Arsenal fans are rightfully and correctly feeling down in the dumps. No winning 3 in the Premier League. But I've got a big message for you. Do not give up now. Viewers, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you've hit that bell notification button. And if you've got any left, get the hype button hit for us as well. Really, really important to the channel that you get that done. Look, I'm happy. I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely buzzing with what Manchester United have delivered today. I'm absolutely over the moon. I could not ask for more. Michael Carrick has come in and been a breath of fresh air. We're playing the United way. Yes, we haven't been the team that's had the majority of the ball in the last 2 games. You might see more of that against Fulham and against Tottenham at home in the next couple of games. But this is how I remember us playing at our pomp, away or at home, against teams that do have better players by and large, especially better midfielders that can hold on to possession more. Where we are compact, we're hard to break down. It's 2 games running where we have not conceded a big chance in open play. And for me personally, I'm proud of that because we were leaking like a broken fridge prior. I'm not getting carried away. Some United fans will because, you know, hype and attention is a commodity for many people. I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it real. Super proud. Loving the fact that Carrick's in as the interim manager. I'm not even getting into debates as to whether or not he should or shouldn't be the manager. I made my stance clear 10 days ago when nobody else wanted to talk about it. Head of the curve as usual on that. It's all about the performances and the victories between now and the end of the season. Then we can assess it. That's what the club should be doing. That is what every fan should be doing. But right now, live in the moment and enjoy it. And I'm over the moon. Dorgu today with, for me, the goal of the season for Man United. The exchange, the 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes was amazing. The strike was Tony Ybarra-esque. Take a bow, my friend. Cunha with a brilliant match winner. And you've got to give both Bruno and Mbeumo credit for the equaliser, the first goal we scored. Yes, there's a mistake from Zubimendi, but a lot of that comes from the pressure that we put on in the game as well. So overall, listen, we scored some worldies today. Another great defensive performance. Another Michael masterclass. And I'm just overjoyed. Wanted the win. Happy to be sitting 4th in the league. Now, let's go on. Let's progress this season. Let's go and get that top 4 position. Because, look, the Chelseas and the Liverpools of this world and the Newcastles of this world are not at the level that we expected them to be at the beginning of the season. A massive door has been opened. Let's slide through it. Let's slide through it. Let's get top 4. This hopefully, you know, get in the Champions League, use the money and the extra pool being in that competition gives you, and go out and improve the squad further. And who knows, maybe fix the club. From an Arsenal point of view, I can sit here and say, hold that. I can sit here and laugh. I can sit here and cackle. I can sit here and say you're crap. I can sit here and say you're not going to win the league. I can sit here and say the beginning of the bottle job has begun. I can play these games. It's easy. But I'm not going to do that. And the reason that I'm not going to do it is because it's so performative and superficial. I think there's already enough content creators out there where everything's based on banter, and that's fine. You enjoy that content. I enjoy watching that content. I'm just not participating in it. There's a fundamental difference. I love the community that we're building, and it's about having honest conversations and frank conversations, hopefully some fun as well. And for me, Arsenal weren't at it today. I'm going to speak to you. By the way, if you're easily offended, you're going to have to leave. Arsenal were nowhere near the standard today. Arsenal were nowhere near good enough today. And they haven't been in the last 3 games in the Premier League. Interestingly, if you look at their performances in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, if you look at the performances in the Champions League, far superior to that of the Premier League. Now, is that because they're playing easier teams? No, they play Chelsea and Inter Milan. Most would probably say Inter Milan are ahead of Man United right now. And most would say that Chelsea are ahead of, maybe not ahead of Liverpool because they're close in the league. They are by a point, but definitely ahead of Nottingham Forest. But I think there's a pressure building on these players. And I think they're feeling it. And this pressure is, of course, there through the expectation of needing to win. But this expectation is also heightened because of what the mainstream media are doing. They're doing up this nonsense about you've got to win a treble as a minimum, but equally at the same time as pushing this nonsense, and we had people come on our show tonight and say this, that even if Arsenal do win the league, it's because everybody else is bad. You've got the Arteta routers, you've got the Arsenal fans who don't want you to win because they want to say I'm right, you've got the mainstream media that would enjoy a meltdown, and of course rival fans don't want you to win. Only really Man United fans want you to win. Real Man United fans want you to win because we want you to stop City from winning the league. Were we closer to you in the league, only a couple of points behind, we wouldn't feel that way. We'd want to win the league, but we know we can't in reality, as great as today is. So I get why Liverpool fans, because they've got a bromance with Man City by and large. I get why Chelsea fans don't want you to win it, because City are not their rivals. You are. Spurs, West Ham, etc. I get it. But what these... Listen, these Arsenal players weren't good enough today. I think they were very intense to begin with, took the lead, and then seemed to shit the bed. They were dilly-dallying on the ball. There was a lack of intensity, a lack of speed in terms of the play when they were in possession for large parts of that first half after taking the lead. And in the second half, I don't know what the approach was. I don't get what the approach was. It was this sort of weird... You didn't sit back to try and counter. You didn't attack us or press us. You didn't dominate the ball and pin us back. After we scored, after 5 minutes, you started to pin us back. But I sort of feel that if Dorgu doesn't score that goal, you might have let us have the ball for another 10, 15, 20 minutes. There seemed to be no impetus to go and get it. Now, that all being said, it was a poor day. United deserved to win. I think we were the better team by and large. Yes, we scored with some worldies. There were some moments of individual brilliance, but that's something I advocate more of in football, not less. But my message to Arsenal fans is very, very clear. Your season isn't over. Your season isn't dead. Your season isn't done. And I think it is absolutely imperative that you support your team. Yes, give them constructive criticism. Yes, go in on a few players maybe, criticise your manager, whichever you think's to blame, and I can't wait to read your comments on it. But don't join the Arteta routers. Don't join the mainstream media in absolutely shitting on your own club, because I think what that will lead to is a potential implosion. What they need is an arm around the shoulder, told you have faith in them. You're bad at this, you're bad at that, you've got to do more of X, Y, and Z, but I believe you can do it has got to be the message, and not, I hate you, this is the worst team in the world, I don't like my club, I knew we shouldn't have signed these 3 or 4 players, he should have been sold years ago, the manager should be sacked. I don't think that's going to help you. Now, it's your club. Do with it what you will. I'm only offering you some friendly advice because I don't think going crazy is going to work. It never has done before. But as ever, look, I can't wait to get your views and opinions in below. Can't wait to read them. Until next time, people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.